the first match on the card, it is a lumberjack match between Damian Priest and The Miz. They have been feuding since before WrestleMania, thanks to Bad Bunny. This time, The Miz wants to take out Damian Priest one-on-one. And then this past Monday Night in Raw, we saw that Damian Priest was facing John Morrison, and the winner could pick the stipulation. Damian Priest won, and of all the stipulations, for some reason, he picked the lumberjack match.
Why?
I guess his reasoning is, well, the reasoning is that The Miz keeps running away, and so lumberjacks will keep The Miz in the ring.
What?
It's odd that they chose lumberjack for a pay-per-view, because usually, like, if someone's running away, we do cage matches so they can't run away.
Yeah, the cage match would have been a much easier.
But the nice thing, the lumberjack match means that everyone gets a pay-per-view payment. So, because there's gonna be a bunch of people around the ring who don't normally appear on pay-per-view.
Unless all the lumberjacks.
Unless this is a pre-show match.
Well, no, unless all. Well, no, I was gonna say unless all the lumberjacks are bunnies.
Put them in bunny suits.
Mm-hmm.
Hop.
Yeah. I feel like I might be giving away the potential actual finish of the match, though. Imagine that. They surrounded by bunnies, and one of them turns out to be Bad Bunny.
Actually,
Just pops
it would
back
be
up.
hilarious if everybody around the ring was in bunny suits. Actually, I would kind of be,
There you go. There's your free idea, WWE Creative.
There's a free idea. There's
your free idea, WWE, to save a pay-per-view paycheck for all the lumberjacks.
Give us a paycheck.
Wow, money's tight.
But now my overall thought is, honestly,
you're up, James. You're up first to make a prediction.
Yeah, me. Yeah. Honest with you, I mean, my overall thought is, as much as I like Damian, I think Damian Priest needs to win this. We need to move him up the card. He's not with Bad Bunny anymore. Move him up the card. Miz is a great heel, but the truth of the matter is, Miz, there's no benefit from Miz winning this. Damian Priest needs to win this well. I say Damian Priest.
All right, Alex.
Yeah, see that again. It's kind of weird just because the build of Mania was pretty much all centered around Bad Bunny and the fact that he was suddenly pals with Damian Priest, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But like James said, Bad Bunny's not a part of this equation that we know of, at least. So
no, he's on tour. He's gonna be tour.
He's on tour.
He's gonna be around.
He's doing things essentially.
Yeah.
So I really feel like it could go either way. But I feel like I do feel like, because especially with it being a lumberjack match, it's actually harder to say, because sometimes it works out better for the faces, sometimes it works better for the heels. So I'm doing a mental coin flip in my head, and I'm gonna go with The Miz just to be a little different.
All right. I mean, this is for Damian Priest. The Miz doesn't win lumberjack matches. The whole point of the match is to keep The Miz in the ring. There's just no opportunity for him to cheat. Unless The Miz is... The only way I can see The Miz winning is if he gets a faction out of this somehow.
Right.
Like, some other goobers join up with him and Morrison and they do a faction thing.
Yeah.
But I think that's like an outside shot, and I don't see why that would happen. Damian Priest is going to win. He's going to spin his wheels some more. I don't know what he's going to do. I guess maybe he'll fight Sheamus or something.
Well,
after this,
I would like to see. I mean, that would be a good move to move him up to take on Sheamus.
I mean, I guess that's really what's left for him in Raw is after this Miz thing, or maybe they'll just continue. I mean, they've been feuding forever, and who knows? Yeah. Anyway, that's where we're at. Okay, so the next match.
Now there was before we go. I know there is a if you follow MLW, Selena De La Renta is free. Agent now, and from MLW, and one of the things that I wanted to hear that they wanted to people were saying, they should bring her in to manage Damian Priest. But Damian Priest is face, so if they turn him heel, it'd be a good thing. But that's
Damian Priest doesn't need a manager. He's pretty good.
Yeah, he doesn't need one. So, but that's just something a rumor I heard.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
That's the next one.
That's cool.
Family should probably just go to the Performance Center. All right, so the next match on the card is the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match with the Dirty Dogs, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode defending against Rey and Dominic Mysterio, a match that probably should have happened at WrestleMania.
This much standard WrestleMania.
Yeah. This is the true reason this is called WrestleMania Backlash.
Yeah,
right,
this is match. The reason.
That was his first thought when I saw this. I was like, this was the WrestleMania match.
This is so that way the Mysterios actually get a match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Anyway, technically he did. It was just on Friday.
I know they got on 2 different WrestleMania.
It was on WrestleMania Smackdown.
Shows.
Yeah, which is basically the pre-show. They got a pre-show match.
Alex, go ahead though.
Oh gosh, you know what?
You're first, Alex.
Yeah, this is funny because like when we did the prediction for this for WrestleMania Smackdown, remember how I said, oh, the Mysterios are gonna win this because this is as close as they're gonna get to to winning at the titles at WrestleMania.
Well, now they're even closer.
I'm almost tempted to throw in post me just saying that again because that's what's gonna happen here. The Mysterios are gonna win, and it's because this is as close as they're gonna get to winning at WrestleMania. So
the irony there is they're further from WrestleMania now.
Yeah, screw it. Hey.
Yeah, they're closer to WrestleMania next year than they are now. So
yeah,
that's true. But anyways, I'm gonna go with the Mysterios.
All right, I'm gonna pick the Mysterios too. I don't see why they wouldn't. I've been really surprised they haven't moved the tag team champions so far. Probably the Mysterios, and then the Usos are back now, so you know.
Well,
We'll do the Usos versus the Mysterios, family versus family. Like that's the story that writes itself.
That's a tailor-made feud right there. That's easy, man. That's a
slam. That's another free one. WWE creative
family.
Yeah. I mean, I need to put it on for that.
Family versus
family. I'm with you, Chris, on that one. Ray has always stated he at least won before this is probably his final run, and he wants to at least do a tag title run with his son.
That's
father-son. And that's rare. That's actually a rare. You can count on your hand how many father-son tag team champions there's been in the wrestling business. Not that many.
Has there ever been?
Then maybe some territories, stuff like that, but not mainstream.
Yeah.
There's never really been a father-son tag team champions.
I'm pretty sure this would be the first
I go back 20, 30 years, I can't think of one on mainstream. So I see.
I mean, we've seen father and son tag before. I remember watching.
We've seen them tag, but we've never seen tag.
I remember watching the Von Erich documentary on Dark Side of the Ring, and Kevin, he teamed with Kevin. It was the only one that's still alive. He's teamed with Kevin teamed with his sons in a 6-man tag.
Oh,
okay. Like his retirement.
Right.
Oh, like 6-man tag.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean tag team though.
I'm just.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as I know, that you never wrestled with his sons, but anyway.
Yeah.
That's what I was. Yeah, nothing in WWE. Anyway, it's your turn, James. You haven't picked anything yet.
Yeah, Dominic and Ray.
Okay, great. Boom. Let's go on to the next match, and that is the SmackDown Women's Championship match. The EST of WWE, the SmackDown Women's Champion Bianca Belair, is defending against your role model Bayley. And I guess I'm actually up. Man, I love me some Bayley. I really do.
I do too. Man.
It's a shame. It's kind of like she was kind of pushed aside since she lost her title. But I understand you had to do that from a storytelling standpoint because you can't have her around the title forever.
You can't catch a break, man.
But Bianca Belair's retaining. She's not going to lose in her first title defense, her first real title defense. It's a shame because Bayley deserves to be SmackDown champion forever. But that's fine. It's going to be Bianca anyway. James.
I feel bad for Bayley because it feels like she's never in the right place at the right time.
When she first showed up, they screwed up her babyface run. Other top women in the every time Sasha's on TV, she's on top. Every time Charlotte's on TV, she's on top. Becky on top. But Bayley is just never.
She's never been in that right position.
She's never been. I don't think WWE's ever put her on that.
Should have been her. She should have been the babyface, ultra babyface run. They screwed that up. Her heel run has been brilliant. I mean, she's reinvented herself completely as a heel, and she seems to get overshadowed.
I mean, it's not that bad. She has the longest reigning women's SmackDown champion.
But it just
what I'm saying is,
I like her to win this. I don't. She's not going to win.
She's like B+, and then they consider Charlotte, Sasha, and Becky as A+.
Which is sad because, honest with you, technically Bayley's probably the best technical out of all of them. Much as I like Charlotte, don't get me wrong, I think Bayley does a lot better in the technical aspect than Charlotte has.
Yeah.
If you want to go pound for pound.
Anyway, want to make your pick?
But much as I like Bayley, Bianca needs to win this. This is to establish herself as a champion, and the best move to do that is take on the former longest reigning champion and to beat her to establish herself as a champion. So yeah, Bianca Belair wins this one. Alex? Again, Bayley gets the short end of the stick on this one. And it's bad, sad. Alex?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like it would be really hard for me to pick Bayley in this situation. I'm looking forward to the match. I trust
it'll be a good match. I think
it'll be a good match. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm sure. But as far as winners go, I do think Bianca is gonna retain.
All right, let's go to the other side of the coin then, and that is the Raw Women's Championship match. It is the champion Rhea Ripley defending her title against Asuka and Charlotte Flair in a triple match. The champion does not have to be pinned to lose the title. You know how it goes.
James, I think I'm going first, right?
Yep.
Why are we having this? I mean,
there's the only 3 women on Raw. That's why.
I mean, there's more women on Raw.
Who?
You got Shayna Baszler, you got Nia Jax, you got Mindy Rose, you got Mandy.
Have you seen what they've done to Shayna Baszler? She got possessed by Lily and lost.
I know, but no, before that. I'm talking about before that. There's enough women.
She's being overshadowed by Reginald. Shayna is just a joke at this point. Yeah. It's a sad place there. But like I said, there are no other women on Raw besides these 3 women.
Yeah, I'm using them as an example. You could have ran a legit somebody else at Rhea, just establish her as a champion. But now we got Asuka. I'm fine with Asuka in this, but then you got Charlotte, who just came back, and now she's in a title match again. That was a quick land speed record of 3 weeks?
I mean, to be fair, she was supposed to challenge at WrestleMania, and then she got hurt or sick.
Okay,
she was going to challenge Asuka at WrestleMania.
They don't want to do the single. I think they're setting up for SummerSlam. They're going to run Charlotte in singles match with Rhea. So, but the problem is, the predictability is, are they running this so Asuka can take the pin and Rhea doesn't lose the belt by a pinfall and everything? Because you're going to hurt. But here's the thing.
Who are you picking?
My gut goes, it has to be Rhea Ripley. Because you just won the title. You're going to give her out 4 weeks? Come on. Don't give her a chance. So my head says it has to be Rhea Ripley for this. That's logic. But this is WWE, and logic does not exist.
Oh, you better be careful with that word.
Yes, logic has no place.
What is logic but a 5-letter word to WWE?
Yeah, logic is a 5-letter word.
Here's the thing. Every once in a while, when we do these predictions, I like to make a prediction solely for the purpose of hoping that it's wrong. I did this before when I predicted Goldberg that one time. And that's what I'm doing here, because I'm going to predict that Charlotte ends up winning. I'm hoping that's not what happens. But I just have this bad feeling that that's almost precisely why, I mean, yeah, we've addressed that she pretty much was supposed to be at WrestleMania, but I think it's going to end up being... So yeah, I'm picking Charlotte, but I hope that's not what happens. That's the complicated mess that I'm in making my prediction here.
Yeah. So here's the honest truth: Rhea Ripley is no one on Raw. This is the honest truth. Just the way she's booked. She gets punked by Nia Jax on a weekly basis. Charlotte's winning this match, and I'm picking it because I think she's winning it, not because Not in hope that she doesn't. I think she's actually going to win it. I don't. The story they've been telling us.
My head says it's Rhea. My heart says they're going with Charlotte because they're going to push Charlotte and Rhea.
Your head says Charlotte, but your heart says Rhea because you want Rhea to retain, and I want Rhea to retain.
My head is the head is. I know you know what I mean.
But I mean, yeah. But when Rhea Ripley had that tag match with Nia and Shayna, Rhea hits her finisher. Nia yells at her to get out of the ring, and she does. She tags to Nia so Nia can get the pinfall victory.
Oh.
Your Raw Women's Champion is deferring to Nia Jax. She's dead in the water. Like, it's just honest. Honestly, God, like she's getting punked out every week.
She should have. What she should have did was flip off Nia and pin her herself and leave.
Right.
That's not what she should have did.
Riptide, her finisher.
Yeah, hit the Riptide. The nicest get out
tag. Never mind that she was teaming with Nia in the first place when Rhea Ripley's supposed to be face, but that was a whole separate issue.
Well, no, they should have did. That's what she should have did.
Like, we don't know. The writers don't seem to know what to do with Rhea Ripley. This is the problem. Last time she was on the main roster, it's a real shame because she's great. But for whatever reason, I don't know what it is. And I mean, we've seen it. Like the Raw creative team, even though they're the same as the SmackDown creative team, somehow don't know what to do with Raw, and don't know what to do with any of the characters.
Well, they don't know. They don't know how to treat. Here's the thing, and from looks of, they don't know how to treat women as a badass. Easy. What she should have did, if you wanted to do that move, was like you said, flip off Nia.
But I'm saying, but the reality is she didn't. Like I'm telling you, what the reality is. The reality is she's dead in the water, and that's why Charlotte Flair is going to win this match. It's sad, but that is what it is. All right, so I'm going to move on then. That's my last word on that. To our first of two championship matches, main championship matches. So I'm going to start with the Raw men's title. So the WWE champion, Bobby Lashley, is also defending his title in a triple threat match between Drew McIntyre and the Train, Braun Strowman CHOO CHOO.
Choo-choo. Woo-woo.
What a nickname, the Train, Braun Strowman.
And it's not just the fact that it's his nickname. It's not. Yeah, it's not even them calling him the Strowman Express. It's the fact that they're.
I mean, I like that.
They literally insert
theme music.
Didn't they also do some kind of train noise when he was like about to do?
Oh yes,
when
he does
when he does that kind of stuff. It's like stop.
Oh God, who gave him that idea?
You're up.
Wait, who's up? Who's up?
You're up, Alex.
Good lord.
Lashley, McIntyre, Strowman.
My heart tells me that, what my heart is telling me is that nobody wins and the universe collapses in upon itself. But what's gonna actually happen is that Bobby Lashley retains. So that's my pick. I don't know. I'm sorry. I think it'll be a good match. There's a part of me that's annoyed about the way that they set this up. But
yeah, it'll be a good. Yeah, Drew wins the #1 contendership, and then Braun's like, "No, me," and then he gets added to the match.
Because he at
least it's not a rematch.
He did at least have to. He did have to win a match to get into that, right? He had to beat Bobby or something? I forgot exactly.
Drew after Bobby.
Yeah, see, at least he won a match to earn a right to get into that. So that's fine by me.
It was because the help of
Bobby Lashley.
You and improved Retribution.
At least.
Oh yeah, and Retribution or whatever they are. T-Bar.
At least he wasn't randomly inserted into this match.
At least it's not a rematch. The only thing is just, oh my God, these people have been wrestling. The three of them been wrestling each other for 3 weeks.
Hey, that's the secret tagline to this pay-per-view. Wrestlemania Backlash. At least it's not a rematch.
At least it's not a rematch.
That's pretty much.
I like these guys. It's a shame that it was just such poorly conceived. I'm gonna pick Lashley to retain. And I think it'll be a good match. Like all these matches in these cards will be good regardless of who's in them. Just because the workers are the best in the world.
Yeah.
It's just their writing team sucks a lot of the times.
The writing and booking is the only time I ever get kind of annoyed about some of this stuff. But these are definitely good competitors.
James.
Yeah, the problem with it, like all these people can work. They're not given the freedom to work through that. It's just homogenized, sanitized for your pleasure and for your pleasure.
Like, remember what we were talking about before WrestleMania with the Sheamus story? Imagine if they did that right and then gave him the U.S. title. How awesome would Sheamus be right now? Instead, he's just kind of punking out Mansoor and Humberto Carrillo.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. Poor Mansoor. Rest in peace, Mansoor.
Mansoor is dead. Anyways, the problem I have is, and like I said, this probably should have been the rematch. It probably should have been Drew and Bobby. Strowman is. The sad part is I like Strowman, but Strowman always seems the guy that says, "What about me? What about me? I should be in." this is like the 5th time he's done this. He's always the third guy coming in going, I want my shot. I want my shot. It's like, what the hell? And
Anyway, pick something.
It gets to the point where it gets annoying. It's at a point it's annoying now. Because he's always going, I want my shot. I didn't get my shot. I should have my shot. Blah, 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 blah. And you turn this guy who is legit looking like a monster, and it's too late. Bobby wins. Strowman is taking the pin. He's the one taking the pin. That's why he's
Maybe he'll tap out to
That's the only reason why he's in here. And it sucks because I did like him, and suddenly now it's just they give him one run and they aborted it so damn fast. It was like, yeah, you're the champion. 3 weeks later, you're not a champion. That was quick. So yeah,
I mean, he had a little bit longer than that. He had a couple months, but
it felt like that shit went by so fast. I thought it felt like weeks.
He went to WrestleMania all the way to SummerSlam. Like it wasn't nothing.
But I mean,
but you know how fast it was. How memorable it was.
No, he actually lost the month before SummerSlam to Bray. Bray is the one who had the 2-week reign.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey,
he took it from.
That's why I said it was a cup of tea. It was a cup of coffee.
My only thing is at least I gave him a run because heaven knows if the closest thing to that style of championship was when he won the Greatest Royal Rumble. I don't know what I'd do, how I'd feel about that because
technically that still counts,
right? Because it's not even because that wasn't even a title. That was literally just like the additional trophy to winning that particular match.
It was a trophy, but it was a belt. It was a universal title.
It was a belt, but that we've never seen. That's in his house.
Right, it's in his house somewhere. It's fine. That's fine. But I guess my point to that is more just that like at least they gave him something at the world/universal title level because.
Yeah, he got his reign.
Let's not forget he's also
if he never wins again, it's okay.
Hey, he's also a former Intercontinental champion, so
this is the guy that you can.
They do trust him to.
And a former tag champion. I think he's a Brown, isn't he?
Yeah.
No, yeah. My complaint is
he just needs the U.S. title for Grand Slam.
I think so.
Yeah, my complaint is he's always the guy coming in the third.
I know.
Yeah.
Every time.
Definitely.
He's always
the
guy.
He's supposed to be this monster, but he's always like the afterthought. I know.
Yeah, he's the afterthought, and it's getting annoying to the point where why is he doing that? If you're gonna make him
just what they've done to him. So it is what it is.
Don't bring him in as a third.
So
anyway, we'll go ahead and move on. Hopefully,
this should be the main event. The next one is probably the main event of the night.
Well, yeah, Roman Reigns is the main event. Like this. There was no question on that. So the last match, of course, is the Universal Championship match. It is the head of the table, Roman Reigns, defending his title against the Swiss Superman Cesaro. I'm first. God damn, I want Cesaro to win. He is so over right now. So amazing right now. I want him to win so badly, but there's no way. He might. You know, I feel like WWE might give him a couple of title matches and he'll win on the last one. Which is a shame because I think they could have done a longer build and had him win. Like I thought Backlash was too soon for Cesaro, but you know,
I do too. I mean,
like I think what they should have done, and I always yell at you when you say they should have done. They should have done Reigns and Daniel Bryan for Daniel Bryan's career this pay-per-view.
Yes.
And retired him here, or
but here's the thing: they wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely.
They wanted
But Daniel Bryan's contract expired.
His contract was expired.
I know that's honestly the biggest surprise to me. I didn't when that news came. I was like, oh wait a minute, okay, so that's why they did it because they
after WrestleMania.
Yeah, they popped it early because his contract was expired.
Yeah,
and
I'm like,
that's a shame.
He was like, you know what? I wanted my contract's expiring. I want to spend some time with my family.
Yeah, see, I was gonna say like I respect the heck out of him for like it's like I have it in my mind that he may or may not actually go back to wrestling at all because for all we know he could probably just be done right off to the sunset. But yeah, I'm sorry.
Anyway, I'd like Cesaro to win, but I'm picking the head of the table. He's got new music. They ain't gonna have him lose.
I know. I was like, wait a minute.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be
there is some intrigue because Jimmy Uso came back and Jimmy Uso like got upset that Jay is a punk.
Yeah, Jay's a butt boy.
I know, and there's a little bit of intrigue because Jimmy was like upset about that, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
because I can feel, and that makes.
But I'm picking Roman
I like that because that makes legit sense here. Jimmy's like, wait a minute, I know you're doing, but you're his lackey, isn't? You're his lackey. I mean,
Jimmy also said like, I know you quit for me, but I would have never quit for you in that title match.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So like, he's kind of like,
here's
he's
what
kind
I
of
like.
not pulling any punches there. Anyway, it's your turn, James.
No, yeah. Here's what I could do. Now, like I said, I'm leaning toward Roman winning this because that makes logic sense with it. But I could see a scenario where Cesaro pulls off an upset with the help of Jimmy. And
what I think will happen is probably Jimmy and Jay will screw him, so he'll get another shot, and we'll do this a couple times. Or maybe Seth Rollins will screw him.
Right.
I know. Well, they did bring Seth back now, and
Seth's been real buddy with Roman Reigns, so I wonder if he'll join the family.
Okay, I
mean, they're like these two guys just work well together. So let's.
Well, I mean, you can see
that would be interesting at least for sure.
It's a way if they want to pull off, they can do it as Seth joining him to infiltrate and then mess with him again to get the belt off and get a shot.
I think Seth's not going to go back to face anytime soon. He's a great heel.
Yeah.
Well, then I would. Okay, like I said, I would love Cesaro to win. He deserves a run. Cesaro's been.
Are you picking Cesaro?
He's been brilliant. You know what? I will do the Alex role here because I know Alex is probably thinking it. I know
that's like hope booking almost.
Ahead, Alex, I can see
you gonna do it?
I will say it. Cesaro with the upset, taking the belt to end the night, and the people shocked.
It would be the shock.
And then he loses it next week.
Right, even if that's what happens, hey, at least he's won it at the pay-per-view. So with that
would be the shock of the year. I tell you that.
I think so.
Go for it.
All right, so here's the thing, and I'm actually. So I will just say up front that I'm going with the same pick, and I'm actually going for it for a couple of reasons. One is what James just said, because imagine the shock, especially like because hey, let's not forget all three of us, or did I predict that he was? The point a lot of us thought for sure that Roman was in fact probably going to end up losing the title at WrestleMania.
We all thought it was going to be deep.
But not only did he not lose the title, he basically pinned both the other guys. Like, okay,
he has a
like,
shirt because
yeah, he's got a shirt. He's got new music. But here's the thing: there's two particular reasons that I'm gonna go with Cesaro for my pick. One, if there was any pay-per-view aside from a big one like WrestleMania where you could see a title change like this happen, it would be the one right after. Because it would be the pay-per-view equivalent of doing something this drastic, the Raw after Mania. Because heaven knows the Raw.
Wasn't that when Jinder Mahal got his title? Was that Backlash?
I'm getting there. Don't cut my legs out from under me here now.
Woo! Don't hinder the Jinder.
Yeah, don't hinder the Jinder. No, but that actually leads to my second point. There is historical precedence for this. Jinder Mahal won his WWE Championship at a Backlash. So I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna see a crazy title change, it might happen here. So I'm gonna go with Cesaro. Yeah, I might be wrong, but
like
hey,
I said, this would be
all
the
right.
shocker.
Give it me the prediction contest.
Yeah, this would be the shocker to see that happen because it would be. It would be something you don't, because everybody, honest with you, everybody, like you said, your prediction. Everybody's prediction.
There is one other aspect to this, and I really feel like addressing it now, just so I get it out of the way. I also want to point out, like, have you noticed how much they've been trying to push, like they're pushing Cesaro. That much is clear, and that's great. But I'm also saying, like, they're doing this thing now where, like, oh yeah, Cesaro's very, like, it's weird, but also
they're doing the Cesaro can't win thing.
Well, like, yeah, it's weird, but in kind of a good way, in that they're going like, oh, he's very underrated, so like he's finally being recognized for, the talent that he has, and he's getting this opportunity. And there's something about that just makes me think, wouldn't it be great if they actually followed that all the way through to an actual win for him at the pay-per-view, instead of just setting us all up just to deflate us at the pay-per-view? That would be a nice way to end the pay-per-view. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a nice way. The sad part is I would probably, and I'm still going to stay with the Cesaro pick, but I'm really thinking his win should be, like Chris said, should come like after a couple of months after, say, WrestleMania, that SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, there's definite value in doing that too.
The last shot he gets, I can see the story. The last he's tried it several times. He doesn't get it. He gets one more shot. If he did, he can't get any more shots.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like it would follow the normal flow.
Yeah, like
gets a single match, loses because of shenanigans.
Right, like if it
gets a no disqualification match, loses because of shenanigans. Get a cage match and then wins or something.
Well, yeah, that's exactly honestly, even if
the natural flow would be, you're right. That's
classic WWE booking, which is fine. Yeah, I don't mind classic booking.
Honestly, that's a match you can take all
over. That's a feud you can take at least. Roman does the same thing.
That's a feud
he did before. Well, I keep beating you. You get one more shot.
Oh, you're fine. That's easily a feud you can take to SummerSlam, I think, at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. And then that's my thought.
So I'm like, if it doesn't happen here, I would love to see it happen at
probably
SummerSlam.
Mix in, Jay and Seth, and
and it'll be great. Yeah, everyone's gonna have a good time.
Maybe Jimmy will finally get his shot. Jay got a bunch of shots.
Logically, I mean, my like this one says, my heart says, I want Cesaro to win. My head says they're gonna give it to Roman.
Probably, and here and the.
You pick Cesaro.
Yeah, no, it's fine. So here's the funny thing about it.
It should be a dirty win. It should be a really, really dirty win.
Yeah,
that's what
I'm just glad that we're having this much excitement over something. Partly because you can tell the difference in how SmackDown's handling feuds versus Raw. That's all I'm trying to say.
I mean, SmackDown's just a better show.
Yes.
Yeah.
I say it every week.
But it's true. It's not like it's any less true.
I'm gonna get a T-shirt. We should just LPW Live T-shirt. SmackDown is the better show.
SmackDown's a better show because even with the Daniel.
There's the next merch deal right there.
That's our next merch.
At least until WWE is a season.
Because I can tell you what, even with the Daniel Bryan retirement thing, that was a much better played scenario. I thought it was a brilliant match. I thought
SmackDown's just a better show.
Yes, SmackDown's a better show.
So yeah,
and
you know what makes SmackDown better?
Why we have the same bunch of people for both shows, and why is SmackDown a better show compared to Raw? What makes
All right.
Who knows? All right, let's wrap this up then. I think that's what we wanted to accomplish tonight.
Yep.
Alex,
get in, get out, do the predictions.
Get in, get out. We're gonna do reactions.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. So yeah. Shoot, it is, isn't it? This Sunday after.
It is this Sunday. It is this Sunday. WrestleMania.
And so be sure, so be sure to catch that show in whatever manner you do. I know we'll be likely watching it from. We'll be watching it from the Peacock.
Are we gonna do a live?
We will have a WrestleMania edition
and we will,
of OPW Live.
Yeah, and we will have our reaction show live on the Twitch after WrestleMania Backlash. On
WrestleMania OPW Live.
Yeah, so you can catch us here on the Twitch at #2 the Smarks. Until then, check out everything at OccupyProWrestling.com. Find us on the social medias at #2 the Smarks. If we're on a social platform, or no, if it is a social platform, we were probably on it. But until
probably
TikTok notwithstanding. But anyways, until then, until Sunday, I've been Alex at Alex Smiley Plays on the Twitch. Chris has been Chris at T-Bone is Live on the Twitch. James has been James at JJ TitanDog70 on the Twitch. And we will catch you guys on Sunday after WrestleMania Backlash. Let's have a good night, everybody.